Hello, darling Cancer. It's time for your weekly reading for June 22nd to 30th, 2021. I hope it's going to be a good one. This is the beginning of summer. It's a couple of days in, and where I am, it's getting really nice and warm. I have my window open. It could get a little noisy out there. I don't know. It's getting later in the evening, so hopefully it'll mellow out a little bit, but there have been a lot of, lawnmowers and sirens and everything all day, so it has not been quiet, which has made it a little harder than sometimes to film, but here we are. I'm just going to pull a few cards and see what's what. I am using a double deck. As you know, if you've seen me before, I do like to use a double deck whenever possible. I, just like to have it be harder to shuffle, I guess, and there will be times I will use a triple deck, and then I might even go beyond that. When I was a kid, we used to love to play jacks, and it started out with the normal 8 jacks or whatever, and then this friend of mine and I just went insane on jacks, and I swear to God, we could put 5 packs of jacks and throw that ball and scoop them up from all over the garage and still catch the ball on time on this great big pile of jacks in our hands. It was insane, and that's how I'm starting to feel about cards in my hands and using too many at a time. But it just enhances it to me. Like, I love it when things come up double, and the more things that come up double, the more assertive those cards seem to be in the reading. So let's do it. So let's see. Oh, I haven't seen her today. Oh, Pentacles, and King of Cups. Well, this is looking awfully nice. Wow. Well, this card's kind of and the Tower's not great, but everything else is amazing, like really, really good. The Tower, I hate to do this, and I know it's kind of a drag and a cop-out, or it might seem like that, but the Tower seems to be one of those cards. Yes, you could have upheaval in your own life. People get the Tower if they're in the throes of a divorce or anything that's upheaval in your life, your home, your family, whatever it may be. I mentioned in one of my last videos that it can actually be good upheaval, as strange as that may sound. Say you were doing a move to the other side of the planet and it required you to basically get rid of all your stuff, or a lot of it, or put it all into storage, or go through it and do whatever's required to make this move happen and to travel light. That could be, the Tower could show up for that, and has shown up for similar circumstances, because it is upheaval, it is complete chaos, and on the other side of that is this new, possibly fantastic life. So this is it can happen for a positive reading, but typically it is not for a positive reading. It is for something tumultuous, everything's going crazy. And right now, because people are really having trouble getting a grasp on what to do in the world, they can't really plan. People with weddings, everything's hanging in the balance. They can't do this, they can't do that. So that doesn't necessarily mean what it has to be, but collectively people are getting this Tower a lot of the time, and I think it's just because of the level of uncertainty, and they can't book things the way they want to, they can't do all the things that they want to do, and so I think that can be the reason. The Two of Swords, this is a person who needs to find out the truth about something. Her eyes are blindfolded. You need to not have that blindfold on there. You need to see everything clearly. But there are 2 different decisions, or one decision to make about 2 different situations or things or people or whatever, which involve some kind of truth or clarity. Now, you need to know the truth or clarity to actually make the decision. It might not be anything horrible. Sometimes it can be something very upsetting, and sometimes it's not really all that upsetting at all, but it is important for you to know. And you are always better to see the thing clearly and to be able to make the decision. So whatever this is about, I'm going to just suggest you find a way to find out what the truth is here. Or sometimes the truth is within you. It's like you know what the right decision is. You know what you need to do, so do it. You can do it. So the rest of this reading is quite lovely. So we've done this sword, so let's go to this sword. This is a card that is, it looks a little scary because the guy's lying on a coffin, but in medieval times, the knights would go into battle, and if they came back alive, which didn't happen all that often, there was already a coffin made for them because, it was likely they would need to use it. But if they didn't, they would go and lie on the coffin or in the coffin, and they would meditate on their life and, the fact that they were alive while their comrades might not be alive or weren't. And, so they had this life ahead of them to plan, to think about, to be exuberant about, to take great joy in, to be thankful that they had this situation. So it's actually a very, very positive card. A card of planning, a card of repose, a card of regrouping, of gratitude for what you've got, for, deciding what you want your future to hold. It's a wonderful card. It really is. It's a wonderful card. And then, okay, we're going to save these two aces for last because that's very exciting to get two aces. And we're going to look at the King of Cups. So you could be the King of Cups because this is a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So this is perhaps you, the king of a good empire, a loving king, a passionate man, somebody who can talk to people about feelings, which is good. It doesn't have to be a man. It could be a woman, but typically it is a man. He could run a good company, a good home. Whatever he's running, he's good at it and very emotionally secure, very passionate about what he does. He can be passionate about work, his family, his, everything. Very charming, typically, quite an exciting person. Passion is kind of contagious, so this person is very positive. I'm going to guess it's you, Cancer. I believe it is. So let's look at that, and then, well, it could be somebody else. It could be your partner. If you have a partner who's a, water sign also, or somebody else in your life who's a water sign, and something's going to happen this week regarding that person, then so be it. But I'm just going to guess it's you. So let's see if you think that, because, you know so many things within yourself, and you will find out how the week progresses. And maybe you are the person who is really reflecting on your life and really determining what steps you want to take in life, which is important to do and also very exciting to do if you have a lot of passion about the future and also optimism about the future. So, which you should, because here you've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of luck. Typically this card is read that there's some fateful occurrence, F-A-T, fateful, F-A-T-E rather, not fatful, but fateful occurrence, and it's something you don't really have any control over. Now, my belief is that we have control over almost everything, but this card does happen to typically mean good luck is going to come your way. There's going to be a fortunate thing that will come to you. And it appears that way because there's a lot of happiness here. I know we've got this over here, but you know what? I'm going to just say that I think this is my feeling is that this reading is much stronger on good stuff. We have another 2 here, and this is not as somber a 2 with our little jester type figure juggling the pentacles, but there's still a balancing act needing to be found here. Typically this is trying to balance work and money, or work and social life, or work and home, or work and fun times. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything that you're trying to find balance between 2 things, which pentacles represent investments. So it could be health and wealth. It could be time, family time, because time is an investment also. Probably your most valuable one. In fact, definitely your most valuable one. So whatever it is, something's being juggled there. Not a negative card, actually quite a positive card. You probably find some answers in this deep thought process. So we've got luck coming in, and we've got celebration coming in. Sometimes this card represents marriage, but it can also mean any celebration for any event that's going to be quite wonderful. Sometimes it means family coming together. Your cups are overflowing. You're raising a glass. It's a happy, happy time. Really, really positive. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles, more Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, and you've also got this Ace, the Nine of Pentacles is about somebody who has reached the peak of everything kind of being secure. The money is there, you're not having to struggle too hard with that, or at least you're on the right route. If you're still struggling, you're on the right path. Typically it means that you are coming into or have reached the point where you're okay financially. And if you just look at her, she is secure within herself. She's happy. She's in her garden. She's got a brood on her hand, communing with nature. The sun is shining, has abundance, is appreciating what she's got. Just a purely happy card. A really great card. And when I see this with this beautiful celebration, you've got some real magic coming in here. Then we've got our beautiful aces. Aces are about the inception of something, the very, very beginning. So here you've got pentacles representing investing and health and wealth and, you know, saving for the future. This could mean you're going to start an exercise program because you want your health to be fantastic, or a fantastic clean diet. It could mean that you are going to begin an investment, buy a home, you know, start putting away a little bit of money for your kids' education, or your, you know, kids' business that they're going to own someday, or something like that. Or perhaps you're going to start a business that you've always wanted to. And when it's with the Ace of Wands is all about the same thing, having that beginning of something, but this one is all about putting it into action. And coupled together, these two are very, very strong. If say you wanted to start a business, for example, that requires a lot of action. It also requires financial, you know, situations and saving and investing, and there's a lot to it, but they both are connected. These could be two separate things. One could be you're doing an investment. This card can also mean fertility. So if you do not want to have children at this moment, be careful, because this is a card that often means the starting up of a baby. So think about that. But it's also a fertility of ideas. You can be starting up anything, but you'll be rich with ideas. It's a fantastic, fantastic card. So in spite of the fact that this Tower is here, I think you have not only this week, but a lot of good upcoming stuff that's going to flow towards you with all kinds of really good energy. I feel really strong about this reading. I want you to have a fantastic week and a fantastic life. So put things in motion. Start some stuff up. You can do it, Cancer. And I hope to talk to you very soon.